Hey guys, how you going? So I ended up having to house sit last minute for some friends of mine, and so I ended up moving all my stuff over, and it took a little while to do that. So it's taken me a while to get a video out. In fact, there is 2 hours left in this damage contest. So even if this goes up immediately, I'm not sure how much help it's going to be, but I know lots of people have been coming on the Discord channel and asking questions there. Hang on, this is the culprit right here. This is not the cutest little dog you've ever seen in your life. She's the reason why I've taken so long to get this video out, but that's okay. She's amazing, so let's try and do a setup. Basically, I got a pretty good score before. I was using my tried and true method. If you know any of my if you know any of my setups, you know Zigbar B is a staple on just about everything I do. But basically, this is what I had before. I needed some way to restore gauges, so Kari is the way. 0.2 Kari, obviously, because it's pretty much the queen right now, the queen of this game. KHUx, because, well, hey, it's me. And also because it's very applicable to this challenge. Lowers power-based defense by 2 tiers for 1 turn. That's exactly what we need to try and lower its attribute-based defense. Rather than its natural defense, it's a very weak enemy. It's a level 100, like, mushroom enemy, so it's not going to have the highest defenses. So if we're stripping away barely any defense, you know, there's not really much point. But that's where attribute, like maximizing the lowered attributes comes in. Anyway, you guys know this shit by now. HD Nominate, obviously copying Zigbar B to just do extremely powerful correct attribute damage, and then I was going through. You can see there. I've got Xavier's Illustrated Terror B there, which is an absolute titan. It's so friggin' powerful. Yeah, raises power-based strength by 3 tiers for 1 turn and lowers the enemy's defense. That's really exceptionally powerful. He got an amazing guilt roll on this. He rolled 149% first up, and then was guilting it, and then he's gone and put. He had an attack boost 3 and Lux plus skill on there, but I guess he's gone and switched it out now for SP attack gauge 1. I mean, well, I hope. Okay, thank you. I guess it makes it good for me because there's less inconsistency now. But I hope he's alright to do that because that's a pretty good skill he just wasted. But oh well. And then I've been bouncing between various other key arts, trying to see, like, could I crank out a little bit more damage that way, but I think Xavier's Metal is the way to go, so I want to try a different setup now, where I've literally just guilted my Sykes B right now, and I got 64%, unfortunately, and I ended up getting damage and raids on both of the 5-star versions, like, over and over again, damage and raids, and then when I finally combined the two as 6 stars, I got extra attack, and I was like, man, of course, now I get extra attack when I really don't want it, but alright, so let's give this a go and see. Basically, I don't want to waste any more resources, and not waste, but like, I don't know. The only position you really want to be in this competition is, well, obviously as high as possible, but if you're not at 9.5 million, you're not going to get those 2 extra copies of Chernobog, right? So even if you get, like, as long as you stay in the top 5,000, you're going to get at least 1 copy of the medal, and then if you do a little bit better, yeah, you'll get more dots on it, which means you're closer to guilting it, but some of you guys may not end up guilting it anyway. So basically, I'm going to see, do I even want to really burn resources on this challenge? Not really, because I don't have any, as much as I'd like to, I don't have any false aspirations that I'll make it up there to, I'm definitely not making it to 9.5 million without burning tons of resources, and I mean tons. Like, I had considered for a minute upgrading my Stroke of Midnight to 30, 35, but I don't think that would be the wisest choice. I'm just trying to see now if I, like, burn some mirrors into Sykes B here and, like, an attack boost 3 skill, or, you know, attack boost 3 max and SP gauge 2, one of those sorts of things. Would it really, really, really improve my setup? Okay, so I've almost scratched the surface of, because my Divine Rose before is at level 30, right? I pretty much reached the cap of what that score can give me, what that setup can give me. So I'm right on the tails of it right now with a level 25 Stroke of Midnight, with a Sykes speed that doesn't even have a skill, that isn't even at max gauges, sorry, at max skills. So I'm thinking, do I want to burn some resources to try and chase a bit of a higher score? Right now I'm sitting in the, let's see. Okay, there we go. So I'm currently just below top 3,000, so the next big lofty goal is top 2,000. So Oh damn, and we're down to 1 hour left. Which means there's actually 2 hours left. Yeah, it's just gone past 1 o'clock, so there's 2 hours left in this challenge. So really all I'm going to get out of it is 2 extra dots. If I can make it the top 2,000, that's 2 extra dots on the Chernobog. So do I want to... It'd be really, really easy if I knew someone who was like right on the cusp of top 2,000 that could tell me what sort of score I need to aim for, but... Do I want to invest Chips and Dales and skills into this? Well, I should definitely invest Chips and Dales. This is what I mean, like, I'm just sort of, like, slowly going to invest resources. I don't want to, like, dump a whole bunch right at once, but... Alright, let's invest a little bit of resources here. Okay, so now all I've done is I've given Sykes 1,000 chips and 1,000 Dales. So now I'm just going to see tiny little increase in power, and then is it worth putting a skill on him? The only thing, like... Of course, he's obviously going to be a lot more powerful with the skill and with the mirrors, but I want to be 1,000 places higher, and all I can really do right now is give him a skill or give him mirrors to do that. And if I'm going to give him mirrors and give him a skill and then still not break him in the top 2,000, then it wasn't really worth it, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Do a little bit more damage here now. Nice little bit more damage. Okay, well this pushed me over 2.1 million. Nope. Okay, so I'm still going to fall short of my previous high score, so... boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I really, really want to push a little bit harder. So Chernobog with 3 dots would be pretty nice. Again, it doesn't matter though, because it's still 4 Mickey and Brooms away from being guilted. Whereas if I got just one Chernobog, it would be 6 Mickey and Brooms away from being guilted, but... Yeah, I'm never going to guilt it anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I'm never going to invest 4 Mickey and Brooms into a Chernobog. You know, as cool as it is. Oof, really close. Really, really close to my previous high score. Which is really interesting because, again, I can push my Stroke of Midnight a hell of a lot further than I can push my Divine Rose for a lot cheaper. Ah, boy. Oh, boy. So if I put a skill on Sykes B and I put some mirrors on Sykes B, I would definitely break away from what I have now, but again, would I get 1,000 points, 1,000 places higher? Probably not. Let's think about it though. So I'm just reading off the wiki right now, so I could invest 3 speed gems, 3 magic gems, and 2 power gems to get this up to level 29, which would give me a 2.7 slot in the back, a 2.5 slot where Namane's sitting right now, and a 2.3 slot where Zigbar's sitting right now, and the other ones would be pretty negligible because 0.2 Kari wouldn't benefit from it, and obviously Illustrated KH2 Kari gains no benefit from any slot bonus, she's just hanging around. Is it worth it? Alright, let's go ahead and burn an absolute ton of mirrors on this bastard. Here we go. Skip through this. Okay, max guild. If they announce a guilting campaign for tomorrow, I'm gonna be mad. Alright, now for the skill. I thought about it, and yeah, I may as well just burn a, what do we want? We want experience, and we want... Bam. Okay, so my options are pretty limited in terms of what I can do. Attack base 4 would be pretty cool, but the main problem with him is the 5 gauge cost. And one really good way to rectify that is to throw an attack boost 3 max and some sort of special attack gauge affecting metal on him, and I really don't want to do this because it's such a really cool skill and I like having a few backup copies of that one, but at the same time this metal's pretty exceptional. Yeah, fuck it, before I change my mind. Let's just do it. Yes, alright. Here we go. Okay. Bam. Okay, it's done. The deed is done. I've now got, 100 minutes. 100 minutes to actually try this challenge out. Invested all these resources into this damn metal. Let's actually put him to work. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, here we go. So, so you can't even talk about strategy in this video because it's literally run up to the enemy, smack him around a bit. Okay. Well, fingers crossed we get a little bit higher than 4.172683 this time. 7,000 damage exactly. So Ziggy B is doing 55k times by 6, so 110, 330k. I'm just thinking, would it be worth replacing him with some sort of like, here we go, was it worth the difference? 49,000 now, so it's pretty much doubled its damage. Wowie wow. Would it be worth swapping out Zigbar B even for a metal that would make these metals stronger? I might consider doing that, so we'll see how much we finish up on here. Wow, so I should be coming into nearly 5 million. Maybe 4.6 million? I mean, all these skills are like max skills, so... Actually, that's a good point. All these skills are max skills, so I don't actually need a... Whoop. Yes, thank you. Android. All these skills are max skills now, so I could actually take off my skill-based setup and put on a critical hit boosting setup instead. Bam, that was a hell of a lot of a difference. So investing those mirrors and that one skill got me an additional 600, or nearly 600k. What's that done for my score points ranking? Like literal score ranking. Let's find out. And I could still improve the Keyblade. I could still upgrade Stroke of Midnight. One speed gem to get that Sykes slot a bit higher. That's probably worth it. Come on, loading screen. I'm not pausing you because I think the second I do, it'll be over. Oh shit, I'm just below 2k. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so if I increase Stroke of Midnight by 1, that'll make that a 2.6 slot. It's probably worth one speed gem, right? Considering I've literally not spent any speed gems in this entire game except some on Divine Rose here. I could probably afford to spend one on Stroke of Midnight, right? Go on, let's do it. Why not? That's the point of the game, right? And that'll make Namine a bit stronger as well. Alright kids, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so that makes... yeah, so that one's probably not worth it because I don't even know if I'm keeping Zigbar around. So let's keep it... let's keep it at 26 just for now. Let's do one more run and see if we can't crack 2,000. There's still an hour and a half left and everyone's going to try and come in. So even if I get to top 2,000, I'm probably still not safe. So... we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Alright, let's pause it. Okay, let's try again. So, we've upgraded our slots a tiny little bit. Keeping it all the same though, so we'll get this final score and then we'll try and edit the setup a bit. See if... maybe putting like HD Beast in the place of where Zigbar B is currently might make a bit of difference. We'll see. So same again, let's just run through. We should know pretty much immediately though, if we start to scratch like 2.5 mil, how much of a difference this has made. Okay, so that's dealing nearly 70k a hit now. And that's over 50 now. That's pretty good. So again, the multiplier increase wasn't huge. It was only, what, 2.5 to 2.6. It wasn't a huge difference, but... okay, so we're nearly at 2.4 mil, so we're going to hit almost 2.8, depending on the damage rolls. Okay, let's just finish it off. So again, that's dealing nearly 320k. So basically, if I take that metal out, I'm going to have to replace it with something that will make up 320k worth of damage somewhere else. And I'm thinking it's going to come from, well, Namine, obviously, Terra here, and Sykes, duh, obviously. It could. We'll find out, though. Okay, so I've definitely increased my score by another 100k. So I spent 3 gems to do it, but I increased by 100k. Is that enough to put me in top 2,000? Let's find out. Let's pause this time. No, it has not. Okay, let's try and find some points elsewhere then. Okay. So what did I say? I'm going to put HD Beast in where Zigbar currently is. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I've ended up putting HD Beast in the front slot there. Obviously, it's not going to help these two metals out at all, but it will gain from the slot multiplier, so I'm thinking that... well, I'm hoping that it being in that slot multiplier makes it do more damage than if it was sitting here, benefiting from that. I might experiment with that a little bit, but let's get in there and see if we can make a difference. I should be putting on a critical hit perk setup system, but oh well. I'll try that in a minute. Here we go. Also, this is going to make potentially Sykes a little bit stronger because Illustrated KHUx is going to come basically right before. Like obviously this does more damage the more gauges are full, so it will be at maximum gauges. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know where the cutoff point for damage is with Sykes, but that's dealing 87k now. Is that more than before? I can't remember. That's nearly 65k now. I feel like that's more than before. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's more than before. And obviously that will be doing the same damage. Damn, that is definitely more than before. Because I'm already going to clear 5 million. Because obviously I'm dealing half the amount of damage that time and another half this time, so you can pretty much already tell what my score is going to be. Dealing 90k now. Wow. And again, 65k per hit, beautiful. And the final hit that we need, Sarah's going to come in and show us how it's done. Wrap. That was a little bit lower than before, but wow, all I did was change up one metal, put HD Beast in the front, and that's done a hell of a lot of difference. So that was nearly another 300,000 I just squeezed out just by changing one metal. That's awesome. So you can see, guys, even the slot multipliers aren't everything. Oh wow, cool, I cracked 5 mil, so I'm getting those rewards. Beautiful. Okay, so that was 30 something mirrors I invested, but it allowed me to get 7 back out, so I guess I only spent 30 mirrors. What did I spend? I spent 36 in total, and I got 7 back, so effectively spent 29 mirrors on that. Wow, holy shit, that was a huge jump. Wow, I'm 1600 now. Shit, now I want to keep pushing. I don't know how much more I can get out of this though. There's not much more I can squeeze. I can put chips on my HD Beast. I can fully actually level up my Kyrie because it's currently sitting at... Yeah, it's currently at level 1. I could fully increase that thing's level. It would do a tiny bit more damage, but hey, a little bit's a little bit. I could potentially switch the order of 0.2 Kyrie and KH2 Kyrie, because if she's sitting on this slot here, she'll gain a bit of a damage bonus. Not much, mind you, but a little bit. Oh, actually, no, that's barely even mentionable. Yeah, no, I'll keep that as is. Alright, let's give some chips here to the old HD Beast. I could get this video up before before the time runs out too. Alright, one sec, guys. Okay, this is for my own curiosity now. I'm basically thinking, HD Beast is sitting in that slot there. It's got its extra chips on it now. Is it going to do more damage cumulatively by being in that slot there? Or if I put Kyrie first, well, and then the other Kyrie first before it, and then put Beast in this slot here, will it do more damage? So I'm just going to go in and have a quick test. I'm going to do a complete run now anyway, because my score will bump up a tiny little bit. But I want to remember the number that shows up after exactly 3 medals, okay? So here it goes. That's dealing 86 per hit, 8600 per hit, then bang, then bang. Okay, so that barely made a difference at all, if I'm honest. Barely made any difference at all. Okay, so that's 60k right now. Actually, let's just quit back out. Let's quit out. What I'm thinking is, at +6 general attack, the enemy lowered all the benefits, all the benefits from the boosting medals. Maybe I'll do more damage by having the Beast in a slot that doesn't match its color. Let's try it out. Like, I would love to get top 1000, but I reckon it's going to be so competitive that it might not be possible, but we can try. Okay, so the risk here is if Beast comes after... If Beast comes after KH2 Kyrie, then these medals potentially get weaker. Let's experiment. We got time. Let's experiment. Got an hour and a half. Let's keep experimenting. But yeah, the big damage dealers are obviously going to be the HD Nominate, the Sykes, which depend on the amount of gauges that you have. So if I can keep them at 100% gauges, that's obviously going to be the best way to go. Because if I'm going to use this attack right here, I'm going to lose 3 gauges, which is going to potentially affect both of those medals. So we'll see. We'll see. All I can do is try, right? Is it 60k? The number I was meant to remember? I've already forgotten it. Basically, I want to see how much damage this HD Beast is going to do now. So we're at +6. And now we've got all the attribute buffs as well. How much is Beast going to do? Beast is doing significantly more now. Okay, so overall, it's only made about 20,000 points worth of difference, but Okay, that was dealing 90k before, am I right? And that was dealing... I can't remember. Let's see, if I get a lower overall score now than before, then I know I've made the wrong decision. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. So again, the trade-off is I've made my HD Beast a bit stronger, but I could have made my Nominate and Sykes weaker in the process, which is going to be a net negative. So yeah, I think I've made a mistake here, because the 3.8k now, 4.6, and this is not dealing 500,000, is it? Surely not. Well, I'm wrong, as per usual. Cool beans. So I've squeezed another 50,000 out of that. It's not going to improve my position that much, I'm sure. Good. 50k is 50k, and 600k made me jump significantly before, so another 50 might help. Let's see. Top 1000 is going to be so competitive though, because they just put that tweet out an hour ago saying, hey, top 1000 is going to get an additional Chernobog medal. Yeah, 1600. So I gained about, what, 30-ish places? I'll do one more try, and then I think I'm going to call it, because as much as I'd love to keep going, I'm only going to end up spending more resources, which aren't going to help me out too much. Okay, so I'm going to put this here and this here. Try to get the best of both worlds. Try to get Beast to benefit from the massive buff that Kyrie gives, while also keeping my gauges completely full for Sykes and Nominate. Alright, let's try that. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really be of much help with this one, guys, as much as I'd like to be, just because I've made it too late. But please, if you do see this video before the time runs out, let me know what you've done. Let me know what you're up to. Okay, so Beast definitely did more damage there than before, and yeah, we're cracking 90k again. This could actually be a pretty good run, because both of these medals should be significantly stronger than before, whilst also making Beast a bit stronger too. So here we go. This should be exactly the same. Now, 2.6 million, so I'm going to get potentially another 50k squeezed out of there, break into the 1500s, but again, that's pretty much where I'm going to have to stop, because there's not much else I can do, unfortunately. Alrighty. Yeah, so that's those damage rolls though. That's crazy, crazy damage rolls. Like, that was dealing nearly 1,000 less per hit this time. Okay, so same again, we need 620,000 off this Terra hit here to increase my score. Yep, okay. So we increased it by about 47k, not too bad. So again, maybe I'll break into the 1500s, we'll see. But again, I've got so much more to climb if we want to get to top 1000. It's not going to happen, but it's a fun little challenge. A fun little use of your resources, I guess, to make you waste them. Yeah, so hopefully I'm pretty secure getting that Chernobog with 3 dots, which would be pretty nice. Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, so I've jumped up to 1561, so I gained almost 50 places just then by literally switching 2 medals around. That's pretty cool. I don't really think there's anything else I can do with my setup, shy of spending more resources, but again, if I spent these right now, I would gain 0 benefit from it, so I'd be wasting 2 gems for absolutely no benefit. Then I believe at 29 though, you get a 2.7 multiplier slot on that Stroke of Midnight at the back. That's really tempting. That's extremely tempting. But again, burning resources to do it. Should I just do it? What am I keeping these for? I've literally been keeping them for a year and a half now. What am I keeping it for? Am I going to gain 500 slots though? I'm going to burn 5 gems to gain. I'll gain a few slots to be, a few places to be sure, but I won't gain, you know, 500. I won't be able to break into top 1000 to do it. That's the only problem here. Let me think. Alright. What am I actually saving for? Speed gems, I've pretty much blown all the ones I want to blow on Divine Rose already. Sleeping Lion, I have no good upright speed medals, so I was going to skip Sleeping Lion completely for now. The next one to come out is the reverse. Well, there should be a reverse power metal Keyblade coming out in the next set of Proud Mode quests. So I need power gems for that, but fuck it. What am I doing? Might as well. Sorry for the language. And then one of each should get me the 2.7 slot there. May as well, right? May as well. And then what? No, so that's not worth it because that gains me no benefit at all. Not any benefit whatsoever. Alright guys, alright. You made me do it. This is all your fault. All your fault. This is not... I had no control over this. None at all. Alright, so I'll gain a couple more slots here, but I won't go up to top 1000 by any stretch of the imagination. It's not going to be nearly enough. Come on, it takes so long to load. Come on. Alright. Let's try one more time. One more time. Apart from that, I don't really know what I can do to improve my score, apart from like literally burning all my gems to get that slot to 2.9. And even then, it might not be enough. Even then. Oh, actually, I can increase my Kairi's strength, I guess. Like fully level her up to level 100. That'd be a couple of extra points. Like the damage she does is very negligible, but it would be extra. Alright, so that's done below 90k, so that was a very low damage roll. That's dealing over 70 now. That's, what, another 5,000 per hit? That's pretty freaking good. Okay, so where are we at? So we've landed on 2.7, so we're going to hit 2.5 million. So it costs us 5 gems to do it, for 2 Keyblade upgrades, but we're going to gain another 100,000 points, roughly. Roughly. Okie dokie. That was a really low damage roll. Good lord, that was terrible. That was way below 90. That's kind of made up for it because that's a really high damage roll. I might go and put the critical hit perk on and see if it does anything. Because I don't need any skill perks here whatsoever. So I only gained 50,000 there. And I reckon that's because Naminé had some really, really bad damage rolls. But I think. Alright, let's go equip all my critical hit perks instead. See if we can squeeze a couple more bits of damage out of this. Okay, so before when I gained 50k, I gained about 50 slots. Spots. Not slots. Spots. So I gotta start pausing it here. The second I try and pause it now, it'll load it. You ready? Watch. Yep, there you go. 15, 14. So still a solid 500 away from top 1000. I wish you could see where the next echelon was, so you had something to aim for. Because we're all really close together right now, but you can't see like how it is 500 above you. Let's see where the top 10 are at. 14 point something mil? Yeah. What am I looking at? What am I looking at here? That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Okay, so we're getting off track. I gotta put this video up. There's only an hour left in this challenge. Good lord. Alright. Is it just me, or is there like literally no critical hit perk items? I'm going through now, and all the ones seem to be centered around the neck. So they give you critical hit plus 5 around the neck. And that's like it. That sucks, man. Yeah, critical hit. So the bunny fur there, the scarf. Oops. Oops. Fur, the scarf, or the thing I had before, this bow tie, but that's it. There's no... Alright, well I guess we're rocking with 5 and seeing if it makes a difference. It's probably not going to make any difference at all, but... Alright, let's try again. Okay, so one last final push, guys. We want to get a little bit better damage rolls on Naminé and see if that critical hit perk was worth it. So, bang, 6,000 damage there. Again, we could increase our level up to level 100, but that's pretty much not even worth it, guys. Like, it's going to get me, what, a couple of extra points? That was so low. I'm not crazy, right? Like, it did 90k at one point, right? Okay, that's over 70. That's good, I think. And obviously Terra's going to be doing about the same. 220 each time. So right now I'm on track to beat the score, but only by like 20,000. We'll see. Kairi's up to the plate again. Beastie Boy. Pretty good damage. Okay, here we go. Sweet. Jesus Christ, that's a... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it didn't deal 90 before. I want to play the tape back. Oh, that's really low as well. Alright, I'm going to keep trying this out for a few times, guys. But yeah, basically, this has been my attempt. I want to get this video up before before the final hour. Oh, we've just fallen short. That's a pity. Almost beat last time's score. Alright guys, I'm going to keep trying, get a couple more points out of this, but that's pretty much where I'm going to finish up, in the 1500s, so maybe this helps you guys out at all. Probably not though, because it's going to be up super late, but hopefully it does. Alright guys, all the best. I'll see you really soon. Bye.